say because of the pandemic and because we do employ so many, providers, nurses, doctors, different clinicians, that there were lots of people who did want to work nights and weekends volunteering at different COVID-19 type events. So in that sense, yes, we obviously, because of the pandemic, have had more requests like that, because people really wanted to use their skills to help people with testing, and just the various healthcare related to COVID-19.
What increased probably because of the pandemic was what Kate and Steph have talked about, is like the side hustle a little bit. Now that people aren't commuting to the office, sitting in the office, commuting home, they have time to, launch their dream side gig. And so we have seen a lot more requests of, I'm starting my own cupcake company, or, everything from that, which is harmless as long as they're not, trying to sell to their team, and like making it a condition of employment, to like, oh, I volunteer my time consulting for this startup in a very, like a business that's very adjacent to ours. It's like, oh, we're gonna need to talk about that in a little bit more detail. So there has been an uptick in that regard, but it's just a little bit hard to say because we've also been focusing on conflicts of interest a lot more over the last 18 months or so. So it's really hard to pick out like what's caused by the pandemic and the side gig thing versus people just understanding a lot more what their obligations are and what we're looking for. So it's hard to say.
I can say that every time we send out a communication or a reminder or an update on one of our policies, we get a lot more disclosures. And I take that as a good thing. I try to say, it's okay that you didn't tell me when you should have told me when you joined the company. You're telling me now, and I'm learning more now. And I think that's a great data point to have, is when you send out a reminder or a refresher, how many people are responding to that? Because it shows that they're reading it and they're thinking about it, and you've reminded your employee population that there's something that maybe they should have done before and they just forgot. I'm always okay with that. People get scared sometimes to say, I'm so sorry, I didn't tell you this. What am I going to do? Go back in time? No. So take it, and I'm happy that they're telling me now.
I think for us, continuing to partner with different stakeholders, I think is really important, because they'll probably learn of conflicts before we will, if it's not been reported. And really, I think, just going back to the pandemic, we were in a new way of working, and we're about to go to an even new way of working, right? So we might be hybrid. It just continues to evolve. And so we really just have to look at the risk areas, right, within healthcare, regulatory trends, where the relationship focus are, and of course, what people are doing in their spare time when they're not working really hard for sick time.